even look close like Jamie to pretend it was her.
I got a haircut today. So.
Oh, man. I was outside running around with Hot Wheels with my kids. So.
Oh, I was outside with Cam walking around the block with a broken toe.
Oh, my gosh.
Rough.
All right. So how many of you guys have actually used Canva before? Okay. Patrice. I love it. How many of you feel comfortable with using Canva? Okay, so we're like a 50-ish, somewhere around there. And we know Amanda's like, epic fail.
I hate it.
I know. I was telling her, me too. I'm
like, Becky, please tell me there's another program I can use. Oh, I use Canva. I'm like, really?
So
one day I watched like 5 Canva YouTube tutorials, paused them, and I still couldn't make the banner that I was trying to make. Finally, I just sent it to a girl on my team and she did it and like, oh, that was easy.
I used to have a girl that did that and now she's not on my team anymore.
Well, I just really don't want my team having to spend time doing that, you know? Yeah. And I'm like, hey, can you make this team banner? I mean, I just feel kind of cheesy, so I don't know.
I'd rather
everybody tells me to get a high school student, but what they don't realize is I have like 3-year-olds, you know? Like, I don't know high school students. Like, in 10 years, all you guys will need high school students, and I'll have like, oh, I'm just use a high school student. I know.
I'll be in a retirement community by then.
Yeah. I got your back, Becky.
Hey, I'm blessed that I have a daughter that does graphic design, so you know, just saying. Yeah, I can yell for her.
Quality, not all of us have. So you are.
Well, I'm craft stupid, so
you're. Oh my
I'm
God.
craft stupid. I told you this is the extent of my craftiness.
Oh.
Labels.
Gotta love it. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share screen then. So I thought, because I'm sitting here working on a virtual outline anyway, I thought, hey, why don't I just make some images that I need for later? So we'll
just whip them up real quick.
Yeah. So of course, when you log in, this is what you're going to see. I've changed my color because I need color in my life. So I guess we'll start with making a banner first. I think that the majority of us, that's probably what we use things like this for most often, because we can find a large amount of our graphics now on Facebook, or on marketing imagery. So I think the majority of us probably use it a lot for doing banners. Now I'll tell you that the banner size that they have on here does not fit Facebook. Okay. It just does not fit Facebook. So I happen to know the dimensions though.
Great. I have a notebook.
Yeah, I just got mine.
All right. So yes, you could go right here to do Facebook cover. But like I said, if you notice how it pops up down below right here, the pixels, that is actually not the right size. So I'll show you how to do both. Okay. So what
happens if you just click that?
Okay, so I'll show you that way first.
I mean, if you make it and it's not the right size, what happens?
It fits wonky on the actual event or group or whatever you're doing. So if you choose that option, though, this is what's going to come up, and you can resize it. Okay, so you can go up here to File, click the right one, and click Change Dimensions. And then you're going to use custom dimensions because we want to make sure it fits. So use custom dimensions, and we're going to change this. 820 is the right size, but it's this part that's not right. So it's 439 is the dimension that you want. So 820 by 439 for your banners. And then you just click resize. So that's going to change your actual, graphic size for you. So to make sure it fits.
This phone call is already worth the price of admission.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like
I would have given up.
The last thing
439 is so random too.
The last thing you want is to spend time making a banner and then go to Facebook and it not work.
I've done it.
Yep.
I've done it.
And that's how I literally sat here, girls, one day for like an hour and a half until I found what the dimensions were. Because
oh my God.
Anybody knows how extremely OCD I am. Really, am I lying? And I will not put a graphic up if it is not right. So no, just no. So, you do have right here, you have templates that you can then fill in. If you click one, it's going to pop up. So I'll show you what that does. So it'll just autofill in here. Okay. So I'm a big custom kind of girl, but some people that are not creative or don't have a huge imagination, the templates are a good thing. They're a really good thing. So you can just kind of scroll down through, and you can use whatever, to your heart's content. And what I like is if you were doing that, let's say, I probably would have used this for something like in my best summer ever outline, right? Because it's a nice colorful background. It's got the nice palm trees. And then if you wanted to change this, you just click your text. It'll open up the text box, and then you can change this part.
Can you delete that?
Yep. You can just scroll backwards.
Okay. Oh.
And then you could just, we'll make Patrice. Patrice is going to be famous. So if you wanted to change this other, see how it opens, like it's one giant text box that's broken down into three pieces. So if you click the top part, and then again, you could change this part up here. You just highlight it in backspace, and then, you could put your words in. So once you have your image the way that you want it, all you're going to do is click download, okay? And that's going to save it to your computer. So the other thing that it does when you download it here that I love is it actually, here, we'll download this. I'll delete it later because, again, OCD.
I want to use my name for anything, whatever. No.
So it pops up, it shows me the image, and then you're just going to X out of there. But what I love is as you make your designs, it saves all of them for you. Okay. So you can go right back in here to all designs, and it's always going to have your images down through here.
That's what I want to do. Click here to shop. That's what started this today.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Aw.
Yeah.
Where?
I need that click here to shop. Transfer that to Amanda Jackson.
Amy Johnson.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. So, that's what I like though, is that, hold on one second. Yes, baby, are you going to bed? Yeah. All right. Tell everybody hi. Mwah.
Hi.
Good night. Sweet dreams. So what I like is, if you're going to use this event and you want to if you wanted to customize it in any way, I like the fact that I can open it back up. I can change, let's say, the name Patrice over to Amanda, you know what I mean? To actually personalize that image. And then you just download it and you can continue doing that. Come on, computer. I think I can. All right, so like I said, it saves all of your images over here. So I use this for digital invitations for my hosts, so that they can take the pictures and they can send them out, to their guests through a phone or Facebook Messenger.
Well, that's what I used to use the red stamp for.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So basically what I like to do is I just make one image. I come in here, I make one image, and then I save it. And then I just go back into my designs. I make them all at one time. So I'm saving time, right? Because when you're doing the amount of shows that most of us do, you're going to be making 10 to 15 of them at one time. And so I'd rather just be able to do them all at one time. So let's go back in and make a banner then. So we'll click that. And I'll show you that if you wanted to use it from scratch. So we'll go to File. We'll change dimensions, custom dimensions, and then 439 and resize it. So if you're not going to use any of the templates, okay, you have all of these elements over here that you can use.
I have a question before you do that.
Go for it.
If you wanted to take like the Pampered Chef picture and put it in here, how would you do that?
Yes. So that's really important too. And if I have an idea in my head of what I want something to look like, before I even start working on the actual graphic itself, you want to come over here to upload. Okay. You want to click that. And right here, you're going to upload your images. So you're going to click this. And then I'm going to upload a bunch of other things that I've made into there. Well, there's some that I've made and then some. We'll just upload this one. We'll click that one. And that'll upload for me to be able to use it in the actual image now. Okay.
And then you can put like an overlay or something. Is that the correct image name or verbiage to put like your name or something then?
Right, right. So let's take this one and I'll show you. All right, so once you know, when you're ready to use it, all you do is click it and it pops over to your banner then. Okay, so there's no way for you to, you know, like some programs you can go into your file section and you can just drag them over onto the graphics, you know, programs that you're using. With this one, you have to upload everything in first and then click it to add it over into the graphic. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Becky, is there a way to delete things after you've uploaded them?
Yes. So if you go over to the image and you right click on your computer or on a Mac, actually, hold on. I think it's this right here. You click the little icon right here.
Okay.
And then you can hit the trash can and that'll delete it.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I do that. I go through and I, like, once I'm done, you know, with an outline, I'll delete everything off of here so that when I'm making all my images, I go through and I upload everything into here and then I make all my images. Then I'm not backtracking and going back and forth with everything. All right, so once you have the image that you want to use, now I could take this and I could make this bigger just by pulling it out, okay, to fit if I wanted to. But you see how pixelated it looks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it looks grainy because this isn't meant to be enlarged.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not meant to be enlarged, so you want to kind of leave it to that size. So then you could come over here to background, and I'll show you typically what I like to do. So again, you can mess with your colors. I've saved a bunch of colors that I like to use in my...
Yeah, how do you know the number of the color?
What do you mean?
Like, don't all colors have numbers?
Yeah.
Like, in order to match that, how do you know how to match that? If you wanted to just match the background.
It's really eyeballing it. Or if you know, like Pampered Chef, when they came out with the color scheme a couple of years ago, we had all of the numbers for the colors that they used. I think I still have it like in my old computer that I could share with you guys.
That's fine. If you have an easier way, I'm all for easier.
But I try to personalize everything to me. And so I have a bunch of colors that I use in my graphics. And so that's what I've saved over here into my personal brand, like my branding colors. So that's what I've saved over here. And I'll show you how to do that here in a second too. So you could just, you know, you could change, if you click on your colors, it'll change the background because we're on the background section right now. Or you have different ones that you can go down through here.
Do you pay for Canva?
I do. Yeah, because I use it so much that I do.
She's an expert, remember?
Becky, do you find, well, I don't know how much it is. I've never purchased it, but do you find that it's worth, do you find yourself using their graphics more than what you upload?
You know, I do a lot, especially because I make a team banner for my team page.
Yeah, right. I need to know how to do that too.
I'll show you some examples because they're all saved in there probably still. So I do a team banner with all of my teammates' names on it, you know, my downline. And I use a lot of their graphics that are in here because they're very generic.
Right.
That add personality to the banners. So for me, and most of those are free, but there's times like I've done flyers and stuff for the bowling alley where, you know, I go and I do flyers for them all the time. So if I'm making flyers and I want something very specific, you know, I'll pay for images, but they're only like $1. You know, it's only $1, you know, for some of their images. So again, it's a tax write-off. So, you know.
How much?
Yeah, I just didn't know how much you used it compared to just bringing something over from like Google Images or what. I think it's more of a pain to do that, but.
Well, and this is what I'll caution you guys against is that things from Google Images most of the time are going to be copyrighted, and we don't have permission to use them. And so if you take an image off of Google Images, you know, you could potentially get yourself in trouble by doing it. You know, if they ever find out that you're using their images, and trust me, they have ways to check that. There's a search engine built into Google Images for people that download images, and then they can actually track their images.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
No, no.
I'm in
Yeah,
trouble.
well,
Pampered Chef Group busted for images.
and same thing with like copyright of videos. Look, I'll tell you a little secret, but I'll tell you once we're not recording.
Okay. Yeah, we probably shouldn't share this recording where we all admitted to fraud.
And so that's why though, Lily, I use a lot of the images on here because you have access and permission to their images when you're using this. If they're free, they're available for you. If you're paying the $1, you also sign the copyright agreement when you pay that $1 to use their images. So you have proof that you paid for their images.
Oh,
right?
how much you pay a month for this?
I think it's like $10 or something a month. It's really not expensive at all, I don't think.
Yeah.
I mean, for as much as I use it, it's not.
Yeah.
So with your $10 a month subscription, do the images don't become free then?
Not all of them, no.
Some
No.
of them
Is that
do.
what
There's
the
gonna be
pro
one.
is?
What's that?
Is that what the pro is? Like you
No,
get
I have the pro account. Yeah, pro just gives you ability to, I think actually, I'm not sure if resizing is a pro feature or not.
Well,
I can't remember. It's been so long since I've used the regular account.
can you guys hear me?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. This little crown thing here, that's all free. Like for me, because I have the free one, that's not
Right.
free. I can't use those. So that's what the $10 a month buys you, right?
no. Mm-mm.
No.
No, you should have access to these, Linda.
Yeah.
No,
Are
when
you
I
using
have,
that
when
free?
it's the crown, I don't have it.
Oh,
Yeah,
just-
you don't have it when it's the crown?
Yeah, when I don't think that when there's a crown, that's like a premium service.
See, when I go down through here, see how it says $1?
Yep. Oh, I see. I know that too. But I know for when I use it, when I try to click on the free, it says I need to upgrade
Okay.
on those that have the crown.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been using this for like 2 years, so I have no idea. I have no idea yeah. I got Alzheimer's. That's all I
I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that I can use for free, but I know the ones with the crown, I
Or
can't.
the upgrade. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, there you go.
Yes, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, if that's the case, then it's definitely worth it to have the membership, to have access, because I do. I mean, I have access to a lot of images, that I know I'm not going to get in trouble for using. So if you take here though, what I like to do a lot of time on different banners is you can make this transparent. So if you click here and drag this down, you guys see how it fades kind of into the background a little bit. So I'll do that with a lot of our logos. And then I would actually put some product pictures over top of it.
Mhm.
Where was the transparent button again?
Right here, it's this little checkerboard.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, you can change things. Like if you left this at full transparency and you wanted to change, you can even change the color of this some by clicking filter. And it gives you different options to change the brightness and coloration of it. So you could make it more dramatic. But if you keep scrolling down through here, it just gives you some variety with what you can do. And then you can change like the intensity down here, that looks horrible. That's because this image is already very pixelated. But if you're somebody that likes to play with colors, you have the ability to change the colors and tints and contrast and everything down here on the bottom of
I
it.
do know how to do that.
Yay!
Hey, I can filter something really great.
So again, if you wanted to take this and then add, let me see, I don't even know if I have any pictures. Yeah. If you wanted to add,
What if you wanted to add your name to it?
Okay, so if you wanted to pop images on here, I'm going to delete this because it's like horrible.
Yeah,
All right, so
that looks bad, Becky.
Yeah, I
Becky,
know.
can I ask a quick question?
Uh-huh.
If you wanted that PC to be in the foreground now, how do you do that?
You mean behind it?
No, in front of that picture.
In front of this picture? In front of that picture?
Yeah. You see how that other picture was covering the PC picture a little bit?
Yeah.
How do you then bring that forward so
you
that...
Click arrange and then click forward.
Oh my gosh.
You're so smart.
And then you can go backward and then you can go forward.
That has been driving me insane.
Yeah. All right, so to answer you, Amanda, to add your name or something like that, if you click the text button. Now, down here again, this is kind of like those templates that I showed you before.
That is so confusing to me, this stuff.
Yeah. Well, I don't even normally mess with this crap down here, okay? I normally just use up here. I just click that, and then I can click it. I can change my font right here. So I can change it to whatever I want. You can change your size, of course. You can change your color. So, you know, it's really, you know, whatever, however you wanted to change it. Amanda. So that's, I mean, and then you're just moving it around. So like wherever you wanted it, you know, wherever you wanted to place whatever the text is that you're doing. Elements really are just that. They're just going to be elements. So if you were here, let's stop this. And I'm going to show you how to make that image that Amanda wants.
Hey, I have the graphic. Let me send it to you.
So I mean, you guys get that was, you know, that was a banner, you know, so it's a little bit different. You add your custom dimension, you make your picture, you save it, bam, you're done. So for regular pictures, I normally just choose this one. These are actually the same size graphic. I don't know why they have two of them. It makes no sense to me. But again, this one comes up with templates. So again, you just click that. It's going to open up. It's going to have templates that you can use right here. And again, I'm, you know, just going to be more of a generic person. So if you go into elements, Amanda, and then right here to shapes, you can find a bunch of circles. And if you click that, it'll open it up. And then once you have it, you know, the size that you want it, you can change the color of it right here. So if you wanted it to be, you know, something more specific, if we wanted to make it red, we could. You just drag that across. And then once you have, you know, your image the way you want it, you can click your text button.
Okay, so what if you see like a graphic on Facebook, like, so let's say you have a banner that I really like. So let's say you take somebody's banner, how can you then customize it?
Okay.
Like, how do you like change the wording to make it like your name or your, like, let's say you're on somebody's Facebook party and you like a graphic that they have and you want to change it to make it yours. How do you do that? How do you like change the wording?
So if it has wording on it, you're not going to be able to pull their wording off.
Yeah.
The only, well, I mean, there's special programs. If you had Photoshop, you could do it. Okay. But that's a whole nother.
So you just have to recreate it then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's more a matter of finding the blank image of it and then adding your words to it.
Okay. Because I thought you could match the color and like void it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can. It
Okay.
takes a lot of time to do it.
Okay.
It's so much faster for you to just create a new image
Okay.
than it would be to mess around with. Like on my old computer, I would open up the paint program and, you know, I could crop it out and then fill it in with color. And then, but a lot of times it ends up leaving that section really grainy, you know, and very pixelated.
Okay.
So that when you do start working on it, you can really, if you don't have the color just right, you can see it.
Yeah, I know, because that's what I was trying to do because I couldn't recreate the images because I already failed at that one. So
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I can just customize it. And that's what was, of course, a huge time suck.
Right, absolutely. And that's
Okay.
what I'm saying. It's just easier to really make your own. Or you could take, like, you know, if their words were all in one space. Okay, here, let me see if I can find an image to show you because I'm a visual person myself.
I know for me, I've taken like a rectangle.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, and put it over it.
Put it over if you can. Yeah, if you can find. I don't know. Let me. Oh my gosh. So, trying to find what a good example of one would be. Oh, okay. Let's just mess with this one. So let's say I wanted to take this 4-leaf clover off, right? Because I didn't want it to be on there. Let's say that was somebody's words in the middle of it. You could come over here to elements and you could take a shape and you could take one of these colored circles in. Okay. And then you could just kind of cover over top of it.
Okay.
And then you could, on top of that, add a text box.
Okay.
Okay. That would be really the only way that I would say that you're going to get around it without sucking the amount of time out, you know.
So
like I'm saying.
the easier thing would be then to find the image that they had, like the image that you want. Let's say it's somebody's cover photo, the stock image from like Pampered Chef or whatever, and then pull that in here and then add
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I guess I can do now that I know. So okay, perfect.
Yeah, it really is. It definitely, because I mean back in the day I used to do it all the time and it would take forever before Canva came out, before I actually started using, you know, this program, you know, to do graphics with. I would sit there for like ever and ever and ever messing with images, and then I still wasn't completely happy with it. So
right, it looked terrible.
yeah, but like I said, because it gets pixelated and it gets all grainy and it just looks bad. So
I have a stupid question.
there are
It has bothered me forever, and this is probably not the same kind of thing, but you see that click here to shop button? Right? Yeah. How do you actually click there to shop and have the link there?
I
You
was
know,
wondering that too, Linda.
huh?
Like, is there a link under there or something?
No.
Yeah.
No.
How do I do that?
Oh, this is new, guys. This is
Okay.
what I just learned today.
You want me to show you what they're talking about? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I want to make one. That's what
Yeah.
sparked this whole conversation. Y'all can thank me for this. And
Okay.
of course, Becky, but me for being so stupid and not knowing.
Well, I've been wondering because some people have a picture and they're just like, click here and it goes right into their website.
Yes, I know. I just learned.
I haven't been able to get that.
The website. We'll have to flow with each other here for a second. It doesn't take them to the website. What it takes them to is the actual words of the post.
Where they can click
Then
on
has
the
their
website.
link for the shop, you know, to go to the show when they click it. Does that make sense?
No.
So
but-
when they click shop here, it brings up the
Here, let me show
website
you.
and they can click on the link.
Because
Okay.
The link.
it really is just a fake way to get somebody to click the picture. It's clickbait. Okay.
Okay.
So if I went into my party and let's say who was covered up by the shop now button, okay, and that person would click it, then what it's going to go to, and I don't think.
Here, I'll send you one. I have one.
Do you have to show her exactly what it shows?
Uh-huh.
Oh, right. So right here, if I would add a description to this, Linda, like once you post your banner to the party, you come back down into your wall and you come back down in here and you edit the post. And then you write your words for the post with the shopping link. So that when somebody on the party sees that shop now up in the top, it's really just to get them to click the picture, which then pops those words up that you just added at the bottom. Does that make sense?
I'm sending it to you, Becky.
Oh.
That's me. It's G-rated.
G-rated. Well, then I don't want to see it.
I know. It's being recorded, remember? I've already admitted way too much on this call.
Oh my gosh.
So you see at the top there? See how it says that?
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
That's, yeah.
And
Yeah.
so when you click that, it should, see how it just brings
Right
up
here.
her site?
Okay.
That's all it does.
So it's really not a functioning button,
No.
okay? But it's more a ploy to get them to click the picture to pull this up.
But what if they go there and order?
Well, that's like
That's
for
the
her
problem.
page.
This is just a page. This is just her
Oh,
page.
okay.
But
Okay.
you could make them, you could do that for each virtual party.
Right.
And when they click there, then it would go to the virtual party link.
Right. Yeah. So I would put
Use
all
the
of my
same image.
party information. You want to put your party information, like how to order for this party in there instead.
But this is like her VIP page or what
Okay.
her
But
business
how
page.
do you get all that word in that little circle?
It just says
Well,
click
that's
here
what
to
you're
order.
Yeah. So we're coming back in here. Let me see if I can find an image to pop this on. So let's just say this was our graphic we were going to use. And I'm going to over exaggerate it, blah, blah, blah. And then we're going to add our button. Right? So, something like that. It's just getting them to click that to pop that back up is all you're doing. To get them to pop that post so that's got the shopping information on it.
I just think that's more effective than the whole pin post because now that's an announcement and they have to click and a lot of people aren't seeing it.
Oh, I know. I have that all the time. People are like, where's the link?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even though it's in the announcement.
The other thing so do you guys do your parties in groups?
Yes.
Okay. Have you always done them in groups?
I've been back and forth.
Okay. So a good way to make sure that they're seeing this image every day is to make your banner every day.
To do what?
Change your banner every day.
Oh, God.
Yeah. See, I change my banner every day, and I'll tell you why. Because it pops it back up into the news, into the wall then for them to see as they're scrolling through the posts. And if you have that there, then they're going to see the shopping link. Right.
And you just don't create, like, where do you put the words for the link to click that?
Okay. Hold on. We're going to have to go technical here. Let's create a group. Radu. And I'm going to add Amanda. So I can just create.
I need all the help.
All right, let me save this image, even though it's going to go in the trash later.
I might just want to use that one.
Well, you go for it, sister. It's got my little Wolfpack logo on there, though.
Oh, God. I have to. No, it's not on there so much. I can deal with that.
All right, so upload your photo. I have so many dang pictures in here. Oh, my God. And then, of course, we would have to adjust this down, and you would save it. Okay, so you would change your banner. And then when you do that, if you refresh your discussion down here at the bottom, okay, you see how this comes up. Go in here, and you're going to edit your post. Ready to shop. Click here. I can't even spell. I've not been drinking. And then you would put your link or, whatever the host information is for the party, you would put there and you would save it. Okay. So that when you come back up here now, actually I need to do it up here, I think. No, it should have saved it.
Maybe just refresh.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. You're being retarded. Shop here. So when they click here, that's what they would see.
Which you would put the link. That would be the
Right.
link.
Yeah, you would have all of your party information would be right here for them to order. Does that make
I
sense?
don't know, guys. I just learned it today, and I thought it would be a good.
It does make sense. But I've seen other things where if you click on the picture, like a post, and you click on the picture, and it automatically takes you in to something else. No?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Okay.
I know I've seen it.
So
Probably
you have to.
you're thinking of Instagram, I bet, Linda.
No.
No, because on Instagram, on business Instagram accounts, and there's only certain ones, like bigger like if you go to Pampered Chef's Instagram account, they have photos that it will have, like if they had a product here and a product here, there's like a little place where you can click on that product and it'll take you right to the website.
Okay,
Maybe that's
Linda.
what, maybe it's stuff that they've then posted on Facebook
That you see it, yes.
that I see it. Maybe that's
Linda.
what it is. Okay,
Ask-
but we can't do that.
No, it's because
Okay.
they're sharing it from their Instagram account to be
Okay.
able to do that. Yeah.
No, Linda.
Yeah.
Do you remember at Director Day, Kayla was saying something. She adds like some extra link, and it takes
That's
them.
on business pages only.
Is it?
I
That's
know
not
what you're
in
talking
groups.
about, yeah.
Yeah, that you only can do that on a business page. You can't do it on a group.
You're talking about this.
That's what we were talking about last night, Linda.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Christina showed us last.
Christina Bailey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that up there, that one? Because was I on that? I wasn't on that.
Oh, I posted the recording.
You haven't gotten the organizing one, right, yet?
Yeah, I already posted it.
Oh, because I had tried to go into it and it didn't work.
Oh, go back because I posted it.
Okay, I will.
I'll go down here. I'll show you what I know exactly what you guys are talking about. I haven't done them for a while, but I have some in here.
Where you put the words, right, Patrice?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're on the dog days, right, Patrice?
Yeah.
We did a video last night. We had Christina Bailey, and she walked through step by step how to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually I think she has a video made of it too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was a great visual.
It's been a while since I've done it.
That's okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, no.
No, that's just a picture I uploaded.
Oh.
Oh my god, I have so many freaking pictures. It's ridiculous. Anyway.
Look there, Patrice. That'll help you.
Okay.
But it's only on a business page, not in a group.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I don't use my business page that often. I
Yeah.
use my
You
VIP
can
group.
share to a group after you do it. But you'd have to make it on the business page.
Yeah.
All right. So actually here's one right here.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I just added, like, you can add the grinder set and it'll take you directly to my website.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that's what
Yeah, that's what Christina went over last night.
Okay.
On how to do it. It was very
yeah,
interesting.
but as far
I've never done
as graphics go, that's from Instagram with Pampered Chef when they upload a graphic. It's a special feature that within the next year they're hoping to roll out to all business Instagram pages, but you have to be a high volume seller in order to have that additional feature on your Instagram account. And it's pretty nice though, because if you have products, then you can take and add links to those products. And then when they swipe up, it takes you to the
To
shopping.
your site?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Do you have to be a top seller in the company or what?
No. Top selling companies, period.
Oh.
There's only select business accounts on Instagram right now that have access to it.
I
It's a
gotcha.
test feature. Yeah.
So my 300 and some odd followers doesn't count.
No. If only.
I know, Linda. I mean, we could add ours together and we might have 1,000, you know? we're really making it happen here.
Woo-hoo.
All right. So what else do y'all need to know?
Team banner.
Team banner. Okay. Give you some
Okay.
ideas for team banners.
So I want to do a team banner that I put like the monthly goal, right? Like I don't want to put all the names because I don't know that I could fit up names on the banner.
Right.
But I want to do like, you know, everybody does the cute images where you have like your sales goal and then you can update it like once a week.
Right.
Color in the ball or the heart or whatever. So I I have to create the banner first, and I don't know how to do that.
Right. Yeah, and I've done them multiple ways. So like this was one of my from earlier in the year that everybody had one of the 4-leaf clovers, and then as they reached these sales goals, then they got the little emblem next to their name.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm looking for something not as fancy. I mean, I'm just starting off here.
Oh, catch up, girl. Catch up.
I'm trying.
Lots of them.
But I mean, you can use that one, for example. How would you even start? Like, how do you get all those little bitty things? And is that just in your images?
So yeah, I mean, you just basically, you're going to create your design. You're going to do your custom dimension, right? 820 by 439. And then you're going to figure out, like, what I like to do is I like to lay out my banner, my colors, everything first. So you would do your background. And then you could go over here if you want to add pictures to it. So what holiday do we have coming up? Oh my God, my brain is dead. Let's just go with Halloween, right?
Oh.
Halloween would be good. Yeah.
Halloween.
That's a safe one.
So type in the keyword Halloween, and it's going to pop up a bunch of images here for you, right? And so I like to take, so if I were doing that one with different sales goals, I would take like 4 images. And of course, I'm cheap, so I would pick free ones.
Yeah, me too.
And then, so once you have them all on there, you can just shrink them down to the size that you want them.
I think I can use Canva now. It's a miracle.
It's, you know, it's just a matter of getting in here, playing with. You're not going to break anything. You know, there's no way to break it.
Yeah,
so
but you might not create anything.
Well, it could be break it if you throw it across the room.
You might just waste 2 hours of your time.
Yeah,
you know.
it.
Becky's like, do you want me to show you how? And I'm like, do you really want to waste your time? Because I don't know if you can fix me. But I mean,
y'all are never a waste of my time.
Oh
I would
my
help
gosh.
any of you anytime. So you would add your pictures. And of course, I need to get them, you know, size-wise, like comparable. What I like is that, you know, when you're moving stuff around, you guys see how the lines pop up?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just showing you if it's like lined up or not with the image that's across from it. So if you see how the lines intersect, that means that they're, you know, placed so that they line up.
Okay, so what if you were like, let's say you have 4 witches hats, and each witch's hat was $1,000, and your goal was $4,000. How do you then like distinguish it from the other? Like, let's say you have $1,000, you update it weekly, and you have $1,000. Do you like color it in? I've seen people do that. Like, how would you even?
So me, what I found
it out, or
what I found to be easiest for me is that like this would stand for $750 in sales. This would stand for $1,500 in sales. This would be $3,000. This would be $4,000, whatever. So as they reach those levels, then they get that emblem. For me, I found with having the larger team that it takes less time than for me to have to constantly be monitoring, because they're going to hit those sales levels less. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
that makes sense. But what I was more wanting to do is like a team goal. Let's say our team, our organization, or even our organization goal is to sell $20,000.
Okay.
So each emblem was like 5,000.
Right.
Okay? And so once we reach 5,000, then I want to say we've reached 5,000. How do I do that? Do I can I color it in, or how do I say that we've hit that?
I mean, you can do it whatever way you want to do it. You know, what I've seen is like they would sit this offside. They would kind of, spell out exactly what the hat reference is, you know what I mean? And then take another side of the banner to actually fill in, So this hat is $5,000. And then over here you would put 5,000, 10,000, keep adding your witches hats, or however you want to do it. It really, there's no perfect way to do it. It's however you're comfortable. Explaining it to your team. I mean, that's the most important thing for them to understand the relevance of the banner. For me, I wanted it to be, and I know it took me a while to get everybody's names on there. But what I found, and the reason why I did it, is because everybody became competitive then. Everybody wanted to get those images up there. They didn't want to be the one to not have one of those little images by their names to reach one of those sales goals. So that for me was why I did it more so, individually as far as per person goes than having a team banner.
I'm about to send you a graphic, Becky, that this might explain better what I'm trying to tell you. Something.
I think I know what you mean. Let me look.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so they just added the flames to it.
Like once it was achieved.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And then what about like coloring in stuff?
So, I mean, if the witch's hat is going to be what you're going to use, then you can change the colors up here of the witch's.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's good. Then I could just change the color.
Here, and then it's going to change your color of your witch's hat. Hey, look.
Okay. That's what I didn't know. Okay. That's fine. Because then I could just put them up there as the goal and then change the colors as we've achieved it.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
Perfect.
then
The
I
most important
to like color it in or some BS. I don't know.
Yeah, no, the most important thing is for you to, or, you could make this bigger. Like you could do, look, now you got my wheel spinning. You could take and
I'm probably just overcomplicating things because that's what I
well, that's what we tend to always do, right?
But you could write on it. Like if that was new team members, then you could write their name or something.
You could, if you were trying to, let's say, once you explain how your banner is. So once you have the image the size that you want it, if you control, like I do Command C, I'm on a Mac, and then Command V, and then you can duplicate it so that it's going to make it the same size. And so, oh my gosh.
So I know what I do is I put my team goals at the top, and then I'll have recruits on one side, and I do for like once they become active.
Right.
Then I would put like if I was doing this theme, I would do little hats, okay, with their name in it as they become qualified,
Right.
and then I change. Then I have the sales on there also. So I keep on changing the sales figure that we have, and then also add hats with people's names in them.
Right. And like I said, it really just depends on how you want to put your vision out there for your team. So like, Amanda, if you explain to your team, down here at the bottom that each one of these hats stands for 5,000, as we reach them, we could put, you could put this on top of it. You could arrange it. That you had the little web on it, or something to you didn't have to change the color. You could add another fun little picture to it.
What about, is there like a way to have like a chart, like we have our trip tracker chart? Is there a way to like fill in something like that once you've achieved something?
You mean with like check boxes?
Like a
Like a thermometer.
Like a thermometer.
Yeah, that's it.
I've never made one. I'm sure you could do it.
I might just stick with this for a while.
I mean, it wouldn't
If
be
anybody creates a thermometer, send it to me, okay? It wouldn't be that hard, Becky. I mean, we're working with, I just need to make a banner for one time.
I mean, honestly, it wouldn't be that hard once you learn how to use it. Like you could take the Happy Spoon, but of course you're going to have to go into another program to make the Happy Spoon white, right?
Oh, I can't do that.
I know it, and I could send you a white one if you needed one because I know how to do it.
I might.
But you could make it white, and then you could put the sales levels off to the side, and then you could just color in section by section on your image.
That would just be something that would be very, very easy to reuse each month,
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like themed as holiday or
Right.
fall or back to school or whatever.
Yeah.
Amanda, I don't know if I have your right phone number or not, but I sent you my team banner because I think might be what you're trying to achieve. I'm not 100% sure.
No, I didn't get it. I'll send you
I mean, I have other ones.
Oh, yes, I got it, Lily.
Okay.
Yeah, I like something like that.
Here, I'll show you some of my first ones that are, I think they're still down here.
And see, the ones on the right are all the different sales levels. So all I have to do is go in and click on that popsicle and then change the color. Or the striped one is the recruiting, like if they recruited this month.
Oh, I think I deleted all my old ones.
I like that. Okay. Yeah.
Because I'm OCD, so I had to delete them all, right?
I have about 15 other directors' banners on my phone. Not one of my own team, but I got a lot of really good examples.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think you just have to figure out, like, get a vision of what you want, you know, and then just play around with it. I mean, like I said, you're not going to break anything by doing it. So, you know, it's not going to hurt anything to keep doing it. But I have the Happy Spoon. I would just have to change him to white.
Oh my God, I keep forgetting I'm on mute. I'm like, why doesn't anybody hear me? Okay, so like the hats, if I wanted to do like, to like whenever somebody goes green or whatever, do I have to make a new banner every time? Like
No,
if I have them blank.
As long as you save it, right?
Okay.
You download it. It's going to be back over here in all your designs.
Okay.
As long as you've downloaded it and saved it, it'll be right back over here with all of your other designs. So then you just open it up and you can update it and just keep saving it over and over again.
Okay.
On your saved over here, what are some of those, like the salad choppers? Like, what do you do with something like that? You just do you customize all of your pictures for your Facebook parties?
Yes.
It looks like it.
Oh my gosh.
Lily knows me very well. And I do because I don't know, because I'm OCD. Let's just face it.
Okay. I mean, what are you doing to them? What things do you do?
So like this one, I took and I blurred it out. You know, I took a regular Pampered Chef graphic and I blurred it. So that they couldn't see it. It really, again, it just kind of depends on what.
How do you blur it?
And you did that with that transparent thing, right?
Oh, it was the transparent? No, because you
no,
could still see it.
Yeah, it's different. So here, we'll open this image up and I'll show you. So when you click on it up here in the filter, and you go down here to advanced options, and right here is blur.
Okay.
Okay.
So it blurs it. See it?
Yep.
See, these little tips I would have never found.
Yeah, I would never have.
The arrange, the transparent, all of that's worth everything. They did not teach you that on all those YouTubes, just so y'all know.
No, I want to ask though, on that filter where it said advanced, is that only because you're a paid member? Like, will I have access to that, you think?
I think you have access to that, Linda. I'm
Okay.
almost positive.
I think we're just going to have to pony up the $10, Linda.
Right?
We're going to go back to our
Can
free
we share
stuff and it's going to have nothing. I just
Maybe I'll just get rid of, what's that other software I'm using?
SynShare.
Yeah. But I
don't
do
use
like that still,
I haven't
actually.
used it since events.
Oh, no, I still use it. Because it's just easier for
All
me
right, is
to
there
use
anything else, Becky, you think would be helpful for those of us who are not as Canva advanced?
I think I'm big on organizing myself. So if I'm working on something, I can kind of put everything, like if you see on the side over here, I have folders. You guys see that?
Yep.
So when you're creating your images, actually, if you go down here and you would want to add your folder, and then you can go in, oh my gosh, my brain hurts. Go into your all designs. And if I wanted to save this in that folder, you drag it over. See how the folder highlighted to white?
Yep.
And now it's going to store in that folder. It'll still always be right here in all of your designs.
So you don't have to search through it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just organizes yourself.
I like it.
Yeah. So like I have one, you know, for the bowling alley where I do their graphics, and I have one for my my VIP page. I have one for my team page, just to kind of, you know, because my images are going to be a little bit different from place to place. So I just like organizing in my computer, or it drives me crazy.
This has been fabulous.
Yeah.
Hey.
Because, I mean, I've used it, but there's these little things that have been driving me insane that I didn't know, like the foreground and background things.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that was fabulous.
I never even got past deleting a word from a already previewed one.
Hey, it took me like 20 minutes to figure out how to like even make it operate. I was like, create new design. I'm pretty technical savvy ish until you pulled up Canva, and I felt so stupid. Like,
That's me with PicMonkey.
oh my gosh,
I can't use
everybody's
PicMonkey.
like, oh, Canva's so easy. Just use it from your computer. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
But like I said, I mean,
Oh.
I think that, Canva on your phone is way more complicated than Canva on your
Yeah, and I'm normally on my phone. That's going to be the problem because since I leave the house to go work, sometimes if I'm at work, I'm like, oh, let me do something, and
I have heard Canva on your phone is
yeah,
hard.
that's
Only
where
ever
I've
tried
always
on my
tried it.
computer though, so
Yeah, I've never done it on the computer. So
The good
Yeah.
thing is, though, if you create on your computer and then while you're out and about, and if you need to insert something on your phone, it's so much
it's
easier.
right there. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because
Wow.
it saves it. It communicates, so it syncs together between
so
the
updating it shouldn't be a problem on the phone.
right.
Creating
So
it,
if
you
you
should do on your
created, like,
on your
Exactly.
computer.
And that's what I do. That's what I do
yeah,
a
if
lot
you
of.
created a team banner, Patrice, on your computer, you could probably update it,
your
add
phone.
a hat or change a color from your phone fairly
Yeah,
easily.
right.
So
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, thank
Becky.
you, Becky.
I
Thank
am
you so much.
so excited tomorrow when I get to do this.
Now, Amanda, when you've created your first image, you have to send it to me.
Well,
I'm gonna post it.
hey, don't be so harsh on a critic, okay?
Let's just blow
gonna
Carol's
try.
newsfeed up to